Good morning everyone, welcome back to the channel. Had a bit of a busy week last week with things family concerned. Grandmother's taken poorly, so yeah, very worrying times with her, but fortunately she's turned the corner and she's doing all right at the moment, so happy days on that one. So trying to get back on the car this week. I just fired it up earlier on, trying give it a run, every other week, so it gets back up to temperature and that everything is in good working order. Don't like it being stood, not turning over for a substantial amount of time. So this morning I made a bit of a start. I figured out, I've moved the seat across, figured out where I wanted the seat to sit, and so what I've done to start with is, if you look at, there's a mark here and there's a mark there, so those are the edges of where the side mounts will be kind of in the car, so they'll roughly line up kind of that way. I'm fortunate that in the fact that these are narrow seats, standard size seats. Lucky in as much as that I won't need to cut box profile the exhaust tunnel. So I'm really chuffed about that. So there really was a gain in losing almost 3 stone. So that's a result. It might limit some of my passengers, but we'll see how that goes. But they are still fairly generous seats, so I think we should be okay. Not that I'll take a lot of passengers in with me anyway. So yeah, back to this. So I've kind of figured out where I wanted the seat to be, where it was comfortable on the pedals and whatnot. So I then got the tubes. I've marked it here. I've got tube marking on here, tube marking on here. So we're going to go across. So what I'm going to do is have the sill and the tunnel. I'm going to have it. I'm going to have metal plate on here to reinforce where the tubing is going to go onto. I'm not going to use the square pieces because they're not substantial enough. I really need a whole piece of metal across here, so that will strengthen up the tunnel, and will also reinforce this section where some of the pop rivets actually split through a little bit. So that will reinforce this. I've got to get rid of the seam sealer from here, and on this section here I've got to get rid of this crap, because I'm pretty sure they'll be pretty seriously flammable, this stuff. So I'm pretty keen to get rid of this. So I'm on late shift this week, so I'm hoping to get I'll probably be going out for a run tomorrow morning. I've been currently nursing an injury. Not that it's really relevant to this channel, but anyway, I've been nursing an injury. I'm hoping to get out for a run tomorrow. So the plan is, I'll get some grafting on this on Thursday morning, and at least have everything prepared for me to start cutting the pipes, dummy fitting the brackets, obviously because these will have to be welded on to the tubing. So what I mean by dummy fitting, I'll be putting a piece of duct tape from this and around the tube to hold it in position. To do that, I'll have to get the chair back on this side and basically mark everything out. So when Hull comes over to do the welding work, then everything is marked in its place, and I need to make sure it's square and level, and then we get the business end done, get the brackets in, welded, and ready for the seats to be fitted. So that is the plan. I had a couple of questions on my social media as to why the inside of the car wasn't sprayed at the same time as the exterior of the car. Well, the plan, as I might have said before earlier on in this series, I'm not sure, but just to mention it again, that the part of the plan was always to have fixed mounted seats in the car with 6-point harnesses for basically, so I can it'll make the car more flexible. I can use it on track, and I can use it on the road, and as part of this piece of the project, the floor pan is going to get painted. Once everything is welded in, it's going to get painted. I'm not painting it now though, because there's no point. Nobody's going to see it because it's still going to be carpeted inside. So yeah, so that's answering, hopefully answers the question as to why it was Miami blue inside. And of course, as per usual, dashings and dashings of my foe, what's become my foe on this program, this channel. It was in Hammerite. So so yeah, so that's why it's still blue currently inside. So it's basically, I'm going to get it all done once the seat rails were welded in and we're pretty good, we're in a good position, so everything will then get painted. I'm going to paint it a nice durable black colour. Another challenge after that is basically, because the carpet at the minute is profiled, as you know, there's plastic backed, and it's formed. It's actually formed to the shape of the floor pan, as you can see. So I have got previous experience of fitting the 205 carpet over seat rails, because I did it on my my previous 205, the little 205 XS that you'll have seen on the channel, certainly on the previews of the channel, or the intros to the channel even. So that's going to take some doing to make it tidy and make it pretty presentable, because it can go really wrong because of the carpet's plastic backed. One of the things I thought about doing was, I'm going to put some of this soundproofing back in. I'll buy some new stuff. To be honest with you, I'm probably going to trim this to around here nice and straight and hang on to this. I'll get some aluminium tape on this tear and repair it. No real point taking it away from there really. I might even leave this here, but I want to make sure that it's out of the way for the welding work. But yeah, so that's the plan for this week. Yeah, I was gutted I couldn't roll anything out for last week for you guys, but family's always first. Family's always first, and the channel will always be second, and my cars will be second to them. So right, okay, so I'm gonna crack on, do some tidying up, and I'll right, welcome back. Managed to clean all this insulation shite out of the way. No major surprises underneath it, other than what I've already seen, which will get sorted out. Basically, it's I've got to measure out now the plate that will be going on to the points on the tunnel. So I had a decent piece of a metal in the my other storage area, nice chunky piece of metal, which will hopefully spread the load. So I'm gonna make a little cardboard template to the size I want, and mark it out, and I'll mark it on the plate, and I'll get the plate cut nice and squarely with a guillotine, and I'll see you in a minute. Right, that's the section marked on a piece of card. So basically I'm going to trim it down and just roughly mark the sections. I'm obviously going to need 8 bits, so I'm going to be marking out 8 of them. So obviously four on each point. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 8 altogether. So once this is done and dusted, I can then start preparing, cleaning all the paint and crap away from the tunnel and the sill. So start prepping and cutting and sorting out for the welding work to carry on. So I'm going to cut get the piece of cardboard out, mark the plate. See you in a bit. Right then, that's the panels marked out. So I'll take them where I can get them guillotined nice and squarely. So once they're done, I'll clean them, put some rust treatment on them, get them all perfectly clean and sorted, ready to and primed. Once I'll prime them all and paint them once everything's been fitted, so we don't get any rust issues later on. So that's it for a minute. I'll see you in a bit. Welcome back everyone, and here they are, the cut plates, all nicely cut square. But I've had a bit of a thought really. These plates come with the fitting kit with the seat rails. As you can see, they're hauled out, ready to go. Just having a bit of a think. It's going to be a bit awkward for this section here because it's contoured across and down. I'm wondering whether it'd be easier to fit these actually. So I'll give them a bit of heat and clean the section, get these tacked down, get it into where I want it to be. I'm going to have to obviously cut the tubing angles on the tube just to make sure it's sitting in the right place. As you know, I want them as low as possible in the car so I can achieve maximum headspace for when I'm wearing a helmet on a track day too. Like I said before, it's going to be 1 or 2 track days. Not really any more than that. So it's just a bit more peace of mind sitting in a proper chair with 6-point harnesses with a harness bar. I know I've not got no cage, but I don't really want to put a cage in it as things stand. I'm not saying that it's not going to happen in the future, but for now, definitely not part of the plan. So yeah, so we got the plate cut. I've got a lot of work to do now. I've got to move the seat from that side back into the garage, get it all covered and protected. Got rid of all this crap out from the back here because by all accounts it's pretty flammable. So all this is going to have to come out, and I'll be cleaning with the wire wheel the positions where I'm going to be having the tubes welded in. So all of this will be the seam sealer here will have to be cut out to make room for the metal plates and stuff like that. I'm more than likely going to use these. So what I'll do is I'll end this video here for this week, and they're a bit slow, not as interesting as the ones from last year, but it's a very basic job and not a great deal amount to it in terms of preparation, but I'll take you through it take you with me through it, okay. And so yeah, the cleanup begins, preparation begins in earnest, and hopefully by Christmas we'll have the seats, the carpet back in, the seats done and dusted, everything retrimmed and everything refitted, ready for it to be taken on its first outing with the new seats. So yeah, keep watching, keep checking back for updates and stuff. I'll keep you updated with regards to future uploads and stuff like that. So but yeah, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing. If you haven't yet, please consider subscribing. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. If not, give it a thumbs down. And I'll catch you again in the next episode. Stay safe, take care, see you soon.